Okay, we're good. Finn's gonna be taking over the meeting today. Just kidding. Hey, can you go say bye, Daddy? Can you go say bye, Daddy? Okay.
She is.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously we have a small little group, but we wanted to talk about the big things for this month. That seems so far away. Are the cruise, like talking about how to earn points and just kind of giving like tips and stuff like that, especially like things to focus on. So if you pull up you can find this under eSuite, just the how to earn your cabin points. So first things first is enrolling a new distributor is 300 points. So some tips, and obviously for enrolling distributors, obviously it's kind of a numbers game, so you just have to make sure that you're planting seeds with a lot more people, especially like this time. So if you don't have like a strong hundreds list that you're working off of, I don't know if y'all saw the post in the Cruising to Ruby training, but there was a post like talking about a 30s list that Jay Hooper kind of talked about, where you just break it down to a smaller goal of 30 people that you can start to work on and build on that 30s list. But making sure that you kind of start creating that very strong potentials list, so that way you have something to be working off of. So if you don't have that strong list, like now is the time to be planting seeds and messaging people and hosting parties, like doing whatever you can to do that. A big thing is, I think, following up with people too, letting them know. And I know a lot of the top leaders were talking about in their follow-up messages, because anybody that's new could earn a spot on the cruise. So letting them know that too, that they'd be eligible for that free, all expenses paid cruise. So that's something too that you want to, like, in your follow-up message include. So I'll put some templates on the team page, kind of what they were talking about, because I know a few girls are saying that people are like being super responsive back. Like they may not be ready yet, but they're at least getting a lot more responses back saying, hey, like, let's get you started. This is also going to get you a spot eligible, to work towards earning that free cruise. Okay. So for me personally, when you look at enrolling the new distributor, it's going to be 300 points. And then if you look you have that new distributor and they enroll 4 qualified loyal customers, it's 500. So the way that I look at this is, if you enroll a new loyal customer and you have a distributor that hasn't gotten their 4 yet, because the chances of them, you're going to get actually 500 versus 400 points. So it's just more points for you if you help them get their 4 customers in that first 30 days. So it's just like a way of looking at it differently. If you don't have them in that 30 days, then keep the customers obviously for yourselves, but it's just building to have more points. They're just gonna chase each other. Okay, so that's just kind of like what I would do. Like if you're looking and you have somebody new and they're still qualified in that first 30 days, help them get their 4, because that's 500 points versus you keeping 4 customers and it's only 400 points. So that's what I would do.
So if you enrolled that DT and then they got 4 customers, you would get the 500
points. You and
points.
the new distributor get 500 points.
They each get 500. Okay.
Same for like Ruby. So if you haven't gone Ruby yet, this is for any new Rubies. Like it doesn't matter when you signed up, whatever. Ruby is when the first time that you hit that rank, you get 2,500 points. So if you've already hit Ruby, then look at kind of on your chart and say who's closest to Ruby, who can I help get there. That way you can have, so if it's like one person, is just really needing some volume, then that can be like where you focus your energy that month. Or if it's they need one distributor, you can kind of look at their chart and say, let's get a game plan to help you get to Ruby, and just kind of focus on who you can get to Ruby or get yourself to Ruby. So that's just like another thing, because that's 2,500 points for that distributor and yourself when they hit Ruby. So that's a good way. No, you posted about that.
I got a cruise tracking list I'm gonna put in the team page too.
Yeah, it's a little document.
Karen, if you sign the loyal and you move them under another DT, you lose the points. Okay. But that DT gets the points.
Yes. So the
today, right?
Yes, so today will be the first
So-
day, like this afternoon, probably sometime, you'll start to
The
see,
mirror.
in the right-hand thing on dashboard where you normally
Okay,
see like
My
performance
mom
overview. Performance overview, it'll say cruise point tracker and it's gonna give you your total amount of points. It's not gonna tell you where you rank, it's just gonna give you points. But typically on the calls on Sunday night, they're gonna start giving like, to earn, if you were right now looking at this, like if you had X amount of points, this is where you would fall. So you start to get an idea of like where you are in the standings. But that's, Mom, that's what I was saying, like if you have somebody that's in that first 30 days, it's more beneficial to give them to customers because you're gonna get 500 points versus just keeping them.
Right.
But if you don't, then obviously keep the customer so you get that 100 points.
Biggest Ruby, and that's 2,500 for both.
Yeah, so really just like focusing and looking, okay, who on my chart, you know, that I personally enrolled, who can I help focus on getting to Ruby? This is why he'll never come to me.
I know. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so that's,
Oh, sorry. Thought the sign was gonna fall over.
no, they're fine. They're fine.
My daughter.
Come here.
Come back here.
Okay, so that's the biggest thing. There's a lot more in two, so like you have to also look at this for that, when they do the promotion, the first 200 to get the suite. For one, you have to make sure that you earn a spot on the cruise, so you had enough points somewhere in that you would earn that spot. But two, you have to keep those 10 customers and the 10 distributors for yourself. Like they have to be not on your top line for the distributors, but you can put, so you're the enroller for those and 10 loyals that you've enrolled and kept under your account. So it's kind of just depending on what you want to do. Seriously, in that job. Trying to think of what else on that. Those would be just like the biggest things that I would focus on is just like really, I mean, Ruby's so many points that you can just look at, kind of cruise your chart and put your focus into where you can put that energy.
So 25 for you, 2,500 for you and your Ruby. Okay.
If it's their first time to hit Ruby. What? The other thing I was gonna talk about. Does anybody have any questions on that? I have the new oils. If anybody wants a small one. They're a lot bigger bottles than the other ones. But so talking kind of about some of the oils, I know that they had the call. I think the like cruise trackers typically, I think it's like 3:05. You know, their time is always 3:05, so I think we'll see it sometimes. Yeah, because it's not up yet. But
Yeah.
Yes, on the freaking animal. I just had the camera real life.
Guess that's why you.
okay, so first one is lemon, and if you go into like the document library, you can find all of them. Lemon is like, it literally just smells like lemon. It's clean, fresh, especially like in the diffuser. We always put that. It's just like very, yeah. I mean, literally, that's the only way that it smells
So
like.
lemony.
Clean. So really, like, obviously, if you're using it topically, they want you to suggest, like, if you're putting on your wrist, back, temples, any kind of those pointer spots, they say obviously, to lessen the concentration, mix it with that fraction coconut oil, so it's just not as harsh. But I mean, it's really dependent on what you want to do. So lemon is supposed to be like natural, uplifting, just kind of like boosting your spirit, that kind of stuff. So just like that, they say to use that one more so like in the mornings, or, like if you just really want your house to smell good, like whatever. I like to mix lemon and lavender too, like before bed. It just smells really nice as well. But yeah, when should you use essential oil lemon? Looking on the bright side, easy, cue, happy thoughts. It just, like I said, it just smells like super glue. Next one is, you want to smell it? They're strong.
I know.
Lavender. The tea tree is like, it reminds me of like going to the spa, like what they have.
That you could look just one of these. It's like a cough drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the diffuser, it smells good.
Yeah. That's the thing. It smells
You
really
like that
good.
one?
Diffuser.
Do you have
This is so good.
You have the oil.
Okay, so tea tree, they say a little bit spicy, a little bit soothing, and a whole lot of invigorating. So really, it's just kind of like, when should you use it? Oh, sorry.
You need some of that eucalyptus.
Whenever you want to add a little spice to your life.
Her?
What? What?
I guess my turn.
Another sucker?
You need another sucker? No,
Come here.
you're good.
Finn, you want to go get a sucker?
He's fine. He's had 2 or 1.5. So really, like, it's just a good invigorating, but like kind of like a spice.
Ben, come here.
That's all her.
A soda. No. You can have some
Somebody
chocolate
said soda.
milk. Yeah. Or lollipop or soda flavor.
Oh.
Come here, bud. Come on.
Flavor.
Okay, I was like, how does he want that? All right, Dad is going. Dad is going, Dad. Okay, lavender obviously is like calming, relaxing, just supposed to put you in a good mood. This one's really recommended like anytime that you just want to chill and relax. So like, especially before bedtime, we started putting the diffuser in Finn's room because obviously we're transitioning to toddler bed and it's not working out very well. So we've been putting that in his room just to kind of soothe and relax and keep it cool, calm, and collected for all of us. And then eucalyptus, it's kind of like minty, I think. When should you use it? When you need to be all better. So just kind of like, it's almost just like a healing kind of type thing. So just like, oh my gosh. I knew that this was going to be a hot mess of me. But really when you just want to feel all better, you know, put you in an overall good mood. It's very like cleansing to the mind and body. So those are some of the new oils. They're 15 milliliters versus the other combination ones that are 5 milliliters, so it's 3 times the size. The Strong Mom kits are still available, I think, at least through today, maybe. I think today's last day. And then they'll probably have some type of very similar to like what they did with just the other 4. They'll, you know, offer those in a pack as well. But I'm sure we'll find out more details on that. The other thing that we want to talk, y'all want to get up? I'm trying to get back to
As far as like cruise plates.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, you know, we're offering like the Cruise into Ruby trainings now, so they're gonna have 3 to 4 diamond and above leaders that are gonna do live tips in them. So even if you've seen the info before, it's not bad to just, you can go back and plug in whenever, but it's gonna offer, you know, I think it's good to learn from everybody because everybody can offer you, or I may say the one thing, but then somebody else could say exactly the same and you just take it from them, you know, better. I don't know.
I love that. I loved the live.
Yeah.
There was only 4, but like throughout the whole thing, I think it was spread out really well. And I loved, and everybody was different ranks,
Yeah.
not that that mattered, but I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, it was really, really good. So that'll be something too. So if you have like a new team member, make sure that they plug into that, or even if, you know, you need a little refresher, it's always good. A lot of the training information came from Jade Hooper and kind of how she ran things. So if there's anything that y'all want to see added to it, let us know.
My mom's trying to get a big wrap party together, so if you guys have any potentials or anything, give us numbers of how many you have and we'll get a date set up for that, because she's been pushing for that for a long time, so.
Yeah, we'll probably have something in
Smell it?
June, I think. I don't know. I mean, we're even open to opening our house up if we need to. and just set like an open
I
house
smell
from like
it.
7 to 9 or something.
Whatever you smell.
I smell
The
it.
other thing
I hold it.
that we're gonna talk about is green carpet. So if you're going, that's gonna be awesome. But if not, make sure you get your pay-per-view ticket, just because they're gonna be giving you. You're gonna be like in the know and first to know, like, because you can watch it pretty much like live. So that way you can, stay in tune. Because a lot of times when we're there, our service is so bad. So like it may take forever for us to post or keep anybody updated. So that's just a really good way too. And you get kind of the experience of being there, just not being there. But so I love that they did that because a lot of people, we had a lot of good feedback after a conference and being able to do the pay-per-view. So that was just another good way too. So we can always try and get like a group together too that's here locally for everybody. Like if somebody buys it and everybody can watch it together, something like that.
Aaron, I did buy it, so
Okay.
if you do hear of other people that are
Okay,
in town that would like to get together, I'm more than welcome to host
Okay.
at my house.
perfect. Because I'll make a post about that. And then I think that was mainly it. I think June 12th, these ladies are going to be hosting the next meeting.
What time is that? I have Jane's christening. Baptized. What time?
Afternoon.
See, I'm the godmother. so-
Well, I'll be in New York. And
That's what was- that's what was-
Are you just finding that out?
Story of my life.
it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's being christened at 10:30. Then we have lunch
We'll
at
figure it out.
11:30.
It's just,
She might be able to barely swing in at 1. I mean, it will be.
Well, if not, then it may be just something that everybody get together during the week sometime. I don't know. I just,
Maybe a good month for a paint night.
That was so fun.
That was a blast.
yeah, I can look at dates for that. Okay, so that's really anything else that y'all want to add or cover?
I like the cruise in the Ruby has been really good.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's really good.
I'm trying.
Okay, well, that's all we got, short and sweet, nothing major. I think just like, I would just really suggest like go home, look at your chart and figure out, okay, what do I really need? How can I maximize in my cruise points? Because I mean, especially like, look, I think the biggest thing is either one, hitting Ruby, or two, helping somebody on your team that you personally go Ruby, so that way you can maximize out those points. That's just the biggest thing.
Instead of, I think something that your ambassador month, she focused on closing the deal with potential she had instead of trying to bring in a lot of new people, and I think that paid off. So really focus on sealing the deal instead of trying to bring in mass people that you can
Well, I think,
use.
but also too, you have to have a list of potentials that you've been talking to.
I know,
like,
but
so
you need to
fill
focus
that.
on closing the ones you do have to.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you don't have a big working list, then you have to start building that list and then sealing the deal on that aspect.
I want to go
Because if you don't have any potentials, then you gotta build that list.
I know, like, I keep telling Megan, my big struggle is I have the distributors. I have 6,
Mhm.
but we can't get our volume together, including myself, and I'm just struggling.
I think it would be good too to like switch it up if you've been working social media, maybe like a party, because I know like
Yes, that's what my
that's
next
what they
step
do
is.
a lot,
Mhm.
especially like Melissa and Felix, they love to
Yeah,
party,
They
so
have get together, so why not have a rap party?
yeah,
Yeah.
and maybe see if that.
A lot of people have been following me forever, and a lot of them still really don't understand what it is I do. They don't understand. I post about products, and some of them still don't. Like, I posted a million times about the cleanse and stuff, and like you have to understand that a lot of people don't see that, and a lot of people still don't understand. Okay, well, what does the cleanse do? So how do I take it? So what does it do? And when you have a party, you're focusing like
Yes.
one-on-one. Like, I had a party yesterday, like only 3 people showed up, but I signed 1 loyal, and I have a potential distributor or loyal, so like really showing them the products and they can touch it and ask questions. And like I did the Fat Fighter demo and they were just like amazed by that.
Okay,
You know,
I
so
need to get
a party would be
Yeah, like I said, my mom's been trying to do it for
Yeah.
a long time, so we can do a joint one and
that would
get a
be
bunch of people
great.
there.
We can do it at my house or y'all, whatever y'all want to do.
She's
Yeah.
been trying to do it for a
I mean,
while.
rap, like, I know, Ashley Olive hosts Rap Wednesdays, so that may be something like a Wednesday.
Yeah. When does Cheryl do back into town?
Probably a week.
Okay,
Yeah, like June 8th or the 15th.
okay.
I'm supposed to talk to her about it, so I'll let you guys
Yeah,
know.
just let us know. Tell her I don't mind doing it at my house.
All right, I'm gonna stop this recording.
And